you, Madam Toastmaster. Take these off. Go over them anyway. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. I wish I could see that contest up in Chicago. Have someone film it and maybe put it on YouTube for us so we can watch it. Fellow club members, we have a new beginning. We have a new location. We might have new members from this location that may live close to this location. But with new beginnings comes time to reflect and to retrain ourselves. We've been in Toastmasters a long time. And I remember when I taught my son to drive. We're out on the street driving, and I would tell him, when you're making a left turn, you turn into the immediate left lane. Then if you have to move over, you signal and move over. All those little tips that I had forgotten as a driver and gotten sloppy on. And I thought if I was going to teach him right, I needed to do things right. So in a way, I not only was training my son how to drive, but retraining myself how to be a good driver also. And he's turned out to be a terrific driver. So tonight in Toastmasters, I'd just like to start off by saying we have a small crowd tonight, so this is more for a larger crowd. But I handed out a Toastmasters promise. I thought we could reflect on our club and on our training and get back to the basics. So if we look at the first point of a Toastmasters promise, it's to attend club meetings regularly. I don't know what you define as regularly. Some people can make it twice a month, some people once a month. Obviously, the more you attend a Toastmasters club, the more you're going to get out of it. So I'll leave that definition of regular to each person. So you decide when you can make it, and we all have priorities, so that is always the case. Part 2, to prepare my speeches at the best of my ability, basing them on the Communication and Leadership Manual or the Advanced Communication and Leadership Manual. Now, we've had some situations recently where people have given speeches not to the best of their ability. They did not prepare for their speeches. They basically acted like a chicken and winged it. Little humor. Very little humor. But that is not what we're supposed to do. We have a responsibility. If we say that we want to speak, prepare for it. Prepare to the best of your ability for that speaking assignment. I'm sure Ruth did not just come up here and give that for the first time. I'm sure she's done that many, many, many times. So that's preparing for it and being ready. Let's go to the next promise. To prepare and fulfill meeting assignments. Very important. And it doesn't matter if you're a grammarian, an all-counter, an evaluator, a genuine evaluator, or the speaker, or Toastmasters. Prepare for that assignment and do it to the best of your ability. And if you're new to the club or you do not know how to perform the duties properly, ask somebody. Read the back of the Communication Leadership Manual. It has all the descriptions in there. Some clubs do things a little bit differently. Ask how they should be done. Because too many times we sit in a meeting and we see the table topics person do it the way they've always seen it, even if that was not correct. Because that's what we do. We see by our eyes. And if no one comments on it, they think oh, this is the way it should be done, and they follow it without thinking. To provide fellow club members with helpful, constructive evaluations. We don't want to turn people off. We want to evaluate honestly. We want to suggest improvements, but we don't want to butcher them. To help the club maintain positive, friendly environment necessary for all members to learn and grow. Respect all the members in the club. Be nice to each other and enjoy the company and networking. To serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so. There's two tracks in Toastmasters. There's communication and there's leadership. And that's where we learn and grow. You can give hundreds of speeches, but if you don't serve as a leader, you're missing a key component in Toastmasters. You're missing the part where you learn to grow as a leader. And what better place to grow as a leader than in a Toastmasters club where you're not going to get criticized if you don't do your job. It's a learning process. It's an environment that you can learn in and grow in to prepare for business world or for other organizations. To treat my fellow club members with guests and our guests with respect and courtesy. That goes without saying. To bring guests to the club means so they can see the benefits that Toastmasters offers. A club usually goes through a turnover of at least a third of its members, maybe more, every year. So it's a constant new flow of people coming in and a constant renewing of the club. If the clubs do not renew with new membership, then they go away. To adhere to the guidelines and rules of Toastmaster education and recognition programs. Well, simply put, just follow the rules and what it takes to become a competent communicator, competent leader, whatever goal you're shooting for. And to not bend the rules. To maintain honest and highly ethical standards of conduct. That's our goal. That's the character that's going to be shown to everyone in the room, if you're ethical. That's the Toastmasters promise. Now, what do we promise as a club? If you give your promises, what do we promise? We promise an opportunity, an atmosphere for you to grow, an atmosphere for you to step up as a leader, an atmosphere to perform speeches and to grow at the pace that you want to grow. Not at a pace that we tell you, it's what you want to grow. I've seen people finish competent communicator manuals in a year, and I've seen them take 4 years. It's all what that person or what you want to do. Now I want to talk about dedication and a passion. To truly get something out of Toastmasters, it takes that dedication and that passion. And I congratulate you for losing the weight that you lost. I'm sure you just didn't wake up and say, I'm going to lose weight. I've lost weight too, and it's the toughest struggle I've ever had. And it's an everyday struggle. And you wake up and you decide, if I eat that, am I going to gain weight? What's the best food for me to eat? What's the best way? You're always thinking about it. It's almost a passion. A passion within you that says, I am very determined to lose that weight. I'm very determined to become the best speaker and Toastmaster that anyone has ever seen. I'm very determined to be a club officer. And to be the best club officer that Toastmaster has ever seen. I'm determined to serve the district in whatever capacity, as an area governor, as a division governor, or even higher in the district. That takes a passion. And they're all challenges. There's nothing easy about it, but you grow into it. So for all new members, which we don't have any here tonight, and this is what it's more key to than established members. And for our current members, we just want to get back to basics. This is what I want everyone to remember. Think about your dedication and your passion. Pursue that goal and bring out that star within you. And Toastmasters.